The last two outfits I wore for a video were both Star Wars themed, so obviously the outfit theme for this video had to be Marvel, Thor specifically. Hi, my name is Christiana and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this video is probably gonna be a little boring, but I do believe that it is important. So that's why I am making this video. And what this video is my packing list. I don't have absolutely everything I need in the apartment on this list. It's basically just the things that I have that I need in the apartment, and then everything else I'll probably buy while I'm in Anaheim. So that is what that is. I did also use this one blog that I found that I will link down in the description below. It is the ultimate DCP packing list, so I did look to that for reference. Something else that I'm also going to add in, especially if you are choosing your roommates, if you're opting to try to pick out your roommates, I would suggest trying to coordinate with them what everybody's going to be bringing onto the DCP. And the way that I did that is I made a little Google spreadsheet and I shared it with all of the roommates, who hopefully you get to meet next month, maybe? Basically what it is I made categories for each room in the house. For example, kitchen, living room, bathrooms, and I added in items that we could use in those rooms. For example, for the kitchen, I put things like a blender, a coffee pot, extra dishes, paper towels, dish soap, things like that. And basically, once I sent that to my roommates, they were able to put their names next to any items that they knew that they could bring or that they could buy once we got to Anaheim. So this way, it's not just like everybody brings a blender or like 3 people bring a TV or something. It just makes it a little more organized, that everybody can agree on who's bringing what and so on. That being said, the things that I plan on bringing that I already have, I made into a little list. And I don't know if anybody else likes to do this. I really like to do this. I made myself deadlines for the time that all of these things should be packed. For me personally, it just helps me make sure that I actually do pack these things, because knowing me, I will wait till the last minute. So as you guys might know, my move-in date is August 9th. And I do plan on leaving my house at the same day, just because Anaheim is literally an hour and a half away from me. So I don't really have to buy a plane ticket 3 days earlier or anything. So the way that I tried to sort of set it up for myself is all of these things packed like a month and a half before I leave. All of these things packed half of a month before I leave. All these things packed like 3 days before I leave and all that. So a month and a half before I leave would be June 24th. And the things that I believe that I should have packed by June 24th are what I called cold weather pajamas. Pretty self-explanatory for when it's cold in the apartment and outside and everything. I want pajamas that are warm. I do want to bring at least 2 sets of those pajamas, and then something else that I figured I could also make sure I have packed about a month and a half before I leave. Any board games or card games that I plan on bringing, and I have a few. I do want to bring along with me some board games and card games that I could play with the roommates. I know that Hannah is also planning on bringing her own games. Hannah is one of the roommates. So yeah, we are both planning on bringing board games and card games, and I personally just want to have them packed about a month and a half before I leave. And then about half a month before I leave, I want to have my hot weather pajamas packed. Basically the opposite of cold weather pajamas. Pajamas that I would want to wear when it's hot in the apartment or the weather is just generally hot. So like a short sleeve and shorts. And again, I want to bring at least 2 sets of those pajamas. So I want to have those packed by July 24th, which is about half a month before my program starts. I also want to pack any blankets that I want to bring along. Again, I have a few, including a heated blanket that I have. Also, any dress shoes or socks that I have. What I will say about dress shoes is more than likely you want to bring flats or something that is comfortable. You don't really want to wear heels. And the only reason that I say that, typically you are going to be walking around a lot in those dress shoes, especially during traditions or any other orientation type thing you have. Speaking for Disney World, at least during traditions, you have like a little mini tour around Magic Kingdom, and personally, even the flats were hurting me those days, so I don't know how I would have dealt in heels. Yeah, you do want to bring some nice looking dress shoes, but still comfortable enough to walk around in. I have a very short packing list. And then everything else that I want to have packed in August, about a week before I leave for my program. I want to start packing the toiletries. I don't want to have them all packed because obviously I'm going to be like brushing my teeth every day and like taking a shower and stuff. But you know, I do want to have them all in a place where it's easy to find, and so when it's time for me to leave, I can just like throw everything in a suitcase and go without having to run around looking for all of my toiletries all of a sudden. Also, any socks and undergarments I want to have packed on the 6th, which is about 3 days before I leave for my program. And again, that's because I obviously wear socks and undergarments every day. I don't want to have them all packed and then have nothing. I also want to have all my clothes packed by August 6th. And basically what I do plan on doing for clothes, maybe about a month or half a month before my program starts, I will start wearing clothes that I want to bring on the college program with me, wash them, and then throw them into the suitcase basically. I want to have all of my professional outfits picked out and sort of packed by August 7th, which is 2 days before I leave. I would suggest having at least 2 to 3 professional outfits. You don't really need them a whole ton, or at least I didn't need them a whole ton. I only ever used them like 3 times. Just like 2 or 3 professional outfits for, you know, traditions and Disney University classes and any other type of orientation sort of classes you might have. For example, when I worked at Animal Kingdom, we sort of had like a little Animal Kingdom orientation where we also took a tour around Animal Kingdom, so that was another day where I needed really comfortable dress shoes. Everything else is pretty much just last minute packing. Basically, the things that I mean by last minute packing is things like any medicine that I need. For example, my inhaler, those toiletries that I was sort of telling you about earlier, chargers and electronics, my makeup, my roommate gifts. I'm not going to say what those roommate gifts are because I'm pretty sure my roommates watch these videos and I do not want to spoil it for them. So yeah, those are pretty much all of the last minute things I would sort of want to pack, you know, like an hour before leaving for my program. And that's basically everything that I am going to be packing that I currently have. This doesn't have to do with my packing list. I finished my packing list. It's over. I did not bookmark that. Something else that I'm going to be trying to buy that while I'm down in Anaheim that I found really useful on my first program is a sort of dry erase calendar, like one of those whiteboard calendars that you can get at like Walmart, or even I've seen them at the 99-cent store before. And the only reason I really recommend something like that is for all of the roommates to write down their schedules on. I found that really useful during my first program. All of the roommates got to pick like their own colors. I think I had like blue or purple, and we all wrote down our schedules for work, obviously. I don't know if I found it more useful for like me, so I would look at the whiteboard the day before work to know when I'm supposed to like get up and get ready or anything, because I did usually also double check it on my phone. It was also useful for wanting to know if any roommates had the day off or something. So if you wanted to hang out in the parks but you didn't want to go alone, you could be like, oh, are any of my roommates also off? This one is. Let's ask her if she wants to go. I found it very useful for that as well. So I do recommend having one of those dry erase calendars. It is very useful. How many times have I said it's very useful? And with that, the video is pretty much over. It is a very short video, I know. I'll try to maybe come up with another one later this month, maybe talking about possible roommate gift ideas, because I actually do really like roommate gifts. I really like making them. Other than that, that is the end of the video. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like and a comment so that way I know what videos you guys would want to see in the future. If you want to follow my Instagram, you can find the handle right here. And please subscribe to my channel so that way you can follow me on all of my Disney adventures. Bye guys, have a magical day.